What's up, everybody? Buggy D Newgate here in Ty's Worlds TV, and welcome back to Geek and
What's
Roundup.
good,
And
everybody? I was getting cut. Sorry about that. What's good, everybody? How
yeah, no,
y'all
you're
guys doing?
good. So, happy Saturday, happy Backlash if you're watching WWE. Happy Mother's Day. That's tomorrow. It's crazy. I
Yes.
didn't realize that was already tomorrow.
Yo, it's crazy. Yo, time goes by way too
Couple
fast.
things to talk about.
Yeah, let's get to it.
Yeah, it
We don't
does.
waste no time.
Okay,
We ain't
so
wasting no time.
couple
Let's get
things
to
to talk about.
it. Ooh, I like that. Okay. Professionals out here.
So, first and foremost, as we see, as more X-Men rumors have been coming out, Thunderbolts director Jake Schreier is reportedly in talks to direct Marvel Studios' long-awaited X-Men reboot. What does this mean for the future of mutants in the MCU?
All right. You want to go
Now,
first, bro, or me?
uh, I'll go first.
You wanna go? All right.
So, as somebody that's seen the movie twice,
Me too.
I I probably think he's the right person to lead the X-Men reboot,
Yeah, 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%.
especially the way he brought these characters together in Thunderbolts that were basically nobodies and anti-heroes and made them come together as a team.
Yeah, because like you said, it really cool that he brought them together the way they did, almost like the Avengers. If you, well, guys,
Yeah,
if you see the movie, you
yeah,
right, but it really did feel kind of like the Avengers, and I think like you said, I think he could bring Mister Jake could bring that to the X Men. I feel like he could do that really, really well. I just, what kind of X Men are we getting? I feel like that's the
yeah,
question.
yeah. True.
I feel like that's the question. Like, so what do you think? What kind of X Men we're gonna get, my boy? Like,
And that it's difficult because I don't know which iteration of the X-Men they're gonna go with. Like, what
right,
is it gonna be,
right.
the starting core that we know, or is it gonna be a different? Is it Uncanny X-Men? What is it? We don't know yet.
The
But
new
we
X
do,
Men. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Yeah, yeah, yeah,
we
yeah.
do know that Kevin Feige has a 10-year plan for the mutants.
Right.
They
And we
do
do
want they do
know.
want to cast young
Yeah,
for
exactly.
certain characters.
And we do know that we have adamantium in the universe now.
Yep.
So we're definitely getting Wolverine at some point. The question is, who's gonna be Wolverine? How old are you gonna make him?
Yeah.
That's the question. That's it. Because I can't imagine, even though they say they made the joke till he's 90, I don't think Jackman is going to be playing it. I don't think he's going to do it for the MCU. I think he's going to be in Doomsday and then maybe Secret Wars or Vice on one or the other. And then that's it for him. That's it. He's
and
done.
and see, that's another thing too, that Ryan Reynolds is writing a movie, Deadpool and X-Men characters together.
Which is pretty
I
cool.
don't know. See, Deadpool's one of
I
those
didn't hear that.
characters that you could make him jump timelines or universes. He's still gonna have that fourth wall break, but
Oh, for sure.
I definitely, I think we talked about it before, that Secret Wars might be Jackman's send off.
Which I'd be cool with that. If this was like his final send off, I'd be fine with that.
Yeah,
100%.
because it looks like some of the X-Men characters from the Fox universe are getting send offs. We saw James Marsden in the suit on that one set
Ooh, oh,
image that
Deadpool
got out.
Wolverine. Yeah, the cut. Yeah, the cuts. Yeah, 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 yeah.
No, it was Doomsday.
Oh, it wasn't Doomsday? Oh,
Yeah,
shoot.
it
Oh, you talking
was
about the conception art?
yeah.
Oh, I don't remember seeing him in there. That's
Oh
crazy. I have
yeah,
to look back and see.
there's
I gotta look back
picture
and see. Huh?
there's picture of James Marsden in costume.
Maybe I didn't see it. I gotta go back and see because I thought you was
Probably.
talking about Deadpool Wolverine when you
No.
saw Cyclops in the full, OG suit. So I gotta go back to that. My bad, boy. My boy.
No, you're good.
But yeah, that's cool too. And we're getting the OG X-Men from, I don't even know what you would call it. The panel shot of all the chairs. I don't even know what you would call it. I don't even know what you would call it. But we find out that Alan Cumming is gonna be Nightcrawler again. We find out um forgot. Oh yeah, Magneto's definitely going to be in it. Professor X going to be in it. Charles Stewart. I mean, a lot of the OG people are going to come back. All the ones that we've heard of so far.
Yep.
So it's kind of crazy, especially Nightcrawler. Like Alan Cumming is coming back, bro. And this dude is like 60. Oh, did
I
you
don't even
read
know
that too?
what.
He said in an interview, well they said that he might have spoiled Doomsday a little bit because he said like
Oh, I
yeah.
I didn't read that.
Oh yeah. So basically, he said that he's like he's basically like saying how he's 60 years old and he's like doing all of this stuff that he did before. And before, I think he was 40 when he did X-Men 2, and he's bouncing off of Mister Fantastic's head or something like that, kind of indicating that they're gonna fight at some point. I wouldn't say that's a spoiler because I don't know the context. I don't know, but um we do know he's gonna be fighting, and he's not just gonna be like just smiling for the camera in his OG costume, what do you call it, makeup and stuff. So he's gonna get active, man. Um, but what does this mean for the future of the MCU, mutants in the
Yeah,
MCU?
that's so
That's
many
the
so many questions.
yeah, and it's like honestly, I don't want to see nobody from I want to say nobody. I'm not gonna say that. I don't want to see a whole lot of superheroes from the MCU. I want to see strictly the mutants.
they
Like,
they
give
might
me that,
they might have some characters here and there, but I don't think
and
they'll
I'm
do
fine with
like.
that. No, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. But I feel like, the mutants need their own 10-year go. Like, I need that Infinity War
I
type
feel you.
move. You know what I'm saying? Like movies leading up to that final thing. Like if we going up to Age of Apocalypse, bro, if that's the end goal, bro, I'm what?
See, and
Cool.
and that's the other thing too. Like, there's so many different stories that you could tell with X Men.
Exactly,
You
because they have
know,
so much of a plethora of like
it's like you
story.
said. One of
Yeah.
them Apocalypse. You could do House of M.
Out onslaught,
Um, Avengers versus X Men.
X Men, right? Which I
You
think
got
we're
it.
gonna get in Doomsday. That's what it sounds like.
You might get a little bit of that in
Yeah,
Doomsday.
yeah, yeah, yeah. My question is, how are they? And I thought about this the other day. How are they gonna do the hatred for the X Men?
Yeah, that is
How are they
true.
gonna do that? Because I feel like, and I've always had this thought when in the comic books with the X Men. Like, I don't understand how they have the Avengers out there, and they kind of wreck the city, on a daily basis. So how is it that y'all mad at the mutants when you got the Avengers doing this all the time? Like, I never understood that. Never understood that. So how y'all gonna do the hatred here in the MCU for the mutants? How is that even gonna work? Like, how was Professor X even? I mean, not even Professor X. Magneto. Like, what origin are you gonna give him? That's the question. I don't know. I don't even
Uh,
know how you would even do that. It's crazy.
uh, but mm, yeah, there's so many stories that you could do with X Men. Honestly,
Yeah, man. I mean, they have like a lot of like events that they could do. Like I said, the onslaught saga. They could definitely do that too.
I I don't know if they would do it again, but Days of Future Past. I don't know.
Yeah, they could do that like their own like the true rendition of Days of Future Past too. They could do that too. There's so many things they could do. But what is like their Infinity War and Endgame? That's the question.
Yeah, true. It has
What
to be
is that for them?
it has to be Apocalypse.
I, it has to be because I
Because
can't see nobody that's strong enough to be that. And are we gonna get like what are they? Are we gonna get the Shi'ar Empire? Are we gonna get that at some point?
yeah, true.
Are we gonna see them? Because we're already dealing with space, so are we gonna see them too? Like, there's so many things you can do with the X Men, crazy. And are we gonna see our superheroes interact with the mutants of any kind during those 10 years? That's the question too. I
Mm.
don't know. You got anything else to add, my boy?
Nah, let's move on to the next one. So
All right, let's move on to the next one.
apparently more rumors of X-Men casting going around.
All right. Yeah.
Avatar to actor being eyed to play Jubilee in the new X-Men universe.
Which
Um,
actress is that? What did
I
it get?
let me see. I think it might be Trinity Bliss, maybe.
Oh.
I might be wrong. I don't know. Let me double check.
Okay, yeah, we'll double check that. I mean, more than now that we get in Jubilee, supposedly, more than likely they're gonna go for the '90s X-Men. I feel like that's maybe where we're gonna get, just because the '90s X-Men
Yeah,
are
yeah.
what.
Trinity Bliss.
Sorry, okay. I think that's what the '90s X-Men. They're like more people are familiar with them. I feel like. So I think that's kind of what we're kind of the kind of X-Men that we're gonna get. But I could definitely be wrong. I could
And we
definitely
didn't
be wrong.
get we didn't get a lot of Jubilee, which is crazy. In the well, there was a deleted scene that they had for her in the first two X Men, first three X Men. I don't remember, and but then she was in Apocalypse is the third one. Is that the
That's what I thought. Yeah, was she? But
yeah
she had like a
she
minor role or something like
yeah
that.
she was one of the students that went to the mall with Jean and Cyclops and everybody else.
Cyclops. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
But
I mean,
she really hasn't gotten that much exposure, live action wise.
nah, she really hasn't, and I hope she's gonna be on that team so she could get a little bit more exposure because her powers could be pretty dope if you use them a certain way. So
Yeah.
hopefully, we get that. But yeah, that's all I really got to say about that. I ain't gonna hold
All
you, bro.
right, on to the next one.
Uh
The hot
oh.
topic debate besides Blade.
Yes.
As we see the Batman Part 2 Matt Reeves sequel officially targets a March 2026 shoot date. Will we finally see more of Barry Keegan's Joker? So, the fact that
Mm.
we finally got a target 2026 shoot date, which means, we got a script already, they're ready to go. It's crazy. This is one of those stories that's like been in limbo for like a while, for like the last couple months
Yeah,
about
it's weird. Yeah,
Matt
like
Reeves actually being on to direct the Batman, or is he out to play as, the
yeah.
health issues that he supposedly had not too long ago.
Right.
But James Gunn did confirm that he's still set to direct, so I'm happy about that because Matt Reeves is Batman. I like that universe. I love that world he's built over there, and the continuation of the world building with the Penguin as well.
For sure, for sure. Let me say this real quick too, bro.
Go
I'm
ahead.
really glad that James Gunn is out here on the feet, bro. I'm really
Yeah.
glad that he's out here to shoot down these rumors. I'm really glad about that, and I'm glad that he doesn't feel like he has to compete with Matt Reeves, Batman version of Batman. Like he's very encouraging to show different versions of this character, which I feel like you can do. I don't get why there was like a what was it, the Bat embargo, which is like you can't really, if you're doing Batman on like you can't do Batman on the shows at all. Like it has to be
Oh,
strictly for the movies. And I feel like
yeah.
you don't have to do that. Like you can show different versions of Batman, and I think people are smart enough to know the difference between the two. You know what I mean? So I'm really glad that Gunn is really, really encouraging
Did
Matt Reeves to keep doing this Batman. What?
did they show Batman in Titans? That the live action Titans?
Not, no, not
Okay,
really.
I don't.
No, not really.
Okay,
Like
okay.
they lied about that too. They were like, yo, Batman's in
You
this too. It's a
lying
shadow figure.
motherfucker.
Yeah, it was a shadow figure. And then they gonna show me an old ass Bruce Wayne. I'm like, bro, this is Alfred. What the fuck you mean?
Wasn't
Don't even
Gotham
give
like
me.
the closest thing we've gotten to something like that?
I would say so, yeah. And I
Yeah.
think he became Batman in like the finale, like the
Yeah,
last
the
episode.
very last episode, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That costume is horrible. Oh my god.
I
I didn't even go.
ha- I
Oh,
have no comment on that show because I never watched it.
oh, I can't tell you not to watch it. I would dare to watch it. You know what I'm saying?
I just
Um,
I've said
yeah,
before the whole premise of Batman villains running around without Batman doesn't make sense.
yeah, I said that too. Like the first season was cool, but then after a while, it's like, all right, bro, why is Bane here? Bane don't show up till after Batman comes. What we do? That's neither here nor there. Anyway, yeah. So I always thought it was stupid that you had a bat embargo for that. Oh, I actually forgot they did mention him in the the Elseworld story
Did they?
in the CW. They did mention his name,
Okay,
and then
okay.
that's how we met Batwoman. So yeah, I mean, he shows up as a figure, as a goat, like a shadow figure, shadow piece out here, if what I'm saying, silhouette piece out here. That's how they do my boy Batman in the TV. But yeah, though, but yeah, I'm just really glad that Gunn is really like supporting Reeves on this. My question is, how long we gotta wait till this movie come out?
Uh,
That's my question.
it's if it says March shoot date, maybe 2027.
And that's a long time because we've been waiting. Batman came out in 2022. Yeah, 2022.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
3, 4, 5. So it's been already about 4
Well, the
years.
other thing too was the whole transition of James Gunn coming in and then
Right,
them
right,
rewriting certain
right.
stuff, canon stuff, and
But also, Matt Reeves does take a long time to do these sequels too.
that I don't remember. I don't remember the in betweens of how long we waited for the Planet of the Apes movies. I honestly
I'm
don't
gonna tell
remember.
you right now. Let me look this stuff up right now. Let me
But
look this.
I'm just curious because there's a lot of rumors as well as regarding to what villain we're gonna get in Batman 2. And I think I remember we talked about this a while back about I don't think you were on the live for that episode about the rating for Batman 2 where it was like supernatural like stuff like that like
Oh no, I don't think I was there for that. No.
so yeah they like gave it a like it said supernatural elements and like some other stuff. So if mm, the thing too was they were talking about Freeze, Clayface, Hush,
Right.
and then Barry Keegan's Joker. What's going on? Were we gonna get that?
Oh, hold on, real quick, my boy.
All right.
So, Rise of the Planet of the Apes was the first one that came out in 2011.
Okay.
Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, which is the sequel, came out on 2014.
Okay.
And
3 years.
then the last one, War for the Planet of the Apes, came out in 2017.
Okay. So that last one took a while.
Yeah, that last was 40, 50. So that's 3 years.
Mm,
So yeah, that's like three years each.
okay.
So this is like the first time something took longer than 3 years. You know what I'm saying with the Batman 2. Which is kind of and I was talking to somebody else too about this. I think it probably was on Reddit or something. Like this is very unusual because we'll usually wait like 3 years for a sequel for especially a Batman or superhero type of sequel. We've never waited this long for a sequel that I can remember. It's crazy,
True.
bro. It's crazy. Um, you know what though? I'm kind of I do hate when they do the realistic stuff with Batman. Now that you say that, because
Hmm.
we kind of had that in the Nolan franchise, and as beloved as that franchise is, I want to step away from from the realism. Kind of want to step away from that. Like I want to go back to the fantastical. You know. So I would love to get villains like Clayface, Hush, Court of Owls. Like I would love Mr. Freeze. I heard Mr. Freeze for the long. I remember when those came out.
Yeah.
That was gonna be Mr. Freeze. He was gonna be in this too because it was taking place during the winter time or something like that.
Yeah.
So I mean I would love that honestly, bro. But to your point of the Joker, I feel like we need to stay away from him for a little bit because we just kind of been overexposed to Joker in the
I agree.
comics and here and in live action too. Like
I
let's
agree.
let him be it. Yeah, let him be there, but just let him be like the Riddler. Like just put him on the side for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Just put him on the side for a little bit. I
and
rather them,
and and they did hit in the Batman how Joker was the first person that he basically put in jail.
which is pretty cool because I think that's the first person he fought. I think
Yeah,
in
yeah.
OG comic, like when he first interact his first comics. I mean, I think his first villain was the Joker, if I'm not mistaken. So I thought that was pretty dope. But yeah, um, I think we're gonna see less of him because I think we're gonna get more of the crime side of because we said this
I
before in the Penguin.
I'd
We're gonna
rather
get more of the
I'd
crime
rather
side.
want I'd rather want that honestly.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. So if we get like Black Mask, I'd be down for that.
Mm,
That'd be cool. I'm trying to think about anybody else. Oh. They never done Scarface before.
you're right. True.
They never did that. I'd be down for Scarface, bro. Cause he's creepy as hell, bro. The ventriloquist, bro, I would love for them to do that. I would love for them. Even like Bane, you could do Bane at some point. That's cool. But I even like Deathstroke, you could do. But I want somebody that's like physically challenging the Batman too,
I agree.
because we only had like the Riddler. That was like that's his intellectual match. But I want to get somebody physical for this next one. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Anything else you gotta say about it, my boy?
Nope. Going on to the next one.
All right, let's
So,
get.
Spider-Man: Brand New Day. The Bear star Lisa Colon Zayas joins the cast. Plus new rumor details about Zendaya's return as MJ in the next chapter of Tom Holland's Spider-Man saga. So let me read this real quick
Ooh.
about MJ.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, my bad.
Um, Zendaya's role as MJ in Spider-Man 4 might be reduced due to her busy schedule. While she's
Mm,
expected to return, her screen time would be limited, particularly as her character is now at MIT. Remember, she moved to Boston after No Way Home and removed it from New York City. So she's not going to be around as much because she's in Boston. You know, MIT, as we saw in No Way Home with Ned. Um,
okay.
the one thing I want to talk about was the Lisa possibly being Rio Morales.
Ooh. I'm glad you brought that up because I think if they're gonna introduce Miles, then pretty soon they might kill off Tom Holland, bro.
Maybe maybe after Secret Wars.
That's what I was like, yeah, because I can't see them bringing Miles in and having two Spider Men at the same time. I can't see that because they have that in the comics, and it is confusing because it's like you know, it's like Miles doesn't really have an identity of his own. He just
Yeah.
has Spider Man. But in Into the Spider Verse and even in the Ultimate Universe, it was different because he succeeded the mantle. So there was no Peter Parker was dead. Both universes. So there really wasn't any other Spider Man but him. But it's not the same case. You're gonna have two Spider Man walking around out here, and like we've seen in the game, in the two games, that could be a problem. I don't
I
know.
I was thinking about this too. And I think on Christian's show they said this. Maybe Tom Holland's Spider-Man, you know, we get to see Miles or introduction to Miles in Spider-Man 4. I don't know how they would go about it, but New York is going to need a Spider-Man whenever Peter goes to wherever he's going to, Battle World in Secret Wars, wherever that's going to take place.
Right.
New York is going to need a Spider-Man, and like you were saying in the game, maybe this is a way they could do it. Peter's quote unquote on vacation.
Which that would be funny if they say that. But are you even like? But I don't know. Do you think it's too quick to bring in Spider Man as Miles? Like, do you think
I
it's too quick?
They mentioned Miles
No
in
way home, but not no way home.
the first one,
Homecoming.
right?
Homecoming. Yeah, homecoming.
Okay, yeah, with Donald Glover. Is Donald Glover coming to come back? Is he gonna
Yeah,
be
is he
Prowler?
coming back?
What's
Is he gonna
what's
be the
gonna happen
Prowler?
with that? Yeah.
That's the yeah, man. I don't know. I really don't, because I would say you put him in just because we saw him in the Spider Verse a couple of years, 2 years ago. It was crazy. So I would say that yo put him in for this one too. And we still don't know about the villain. I think they said it's going to be like a male and a female villain, from what I heard.
I don't remember.
Okay, and I also heard that they were looking for a Asian man. I think so. We thinking Mister Negative. That's what I was thinking.
Oh yeah, that's right, Mr. Negative.
That's what my
Yeah.
mind went. I'm like, oh, Mister Negative.
See,
That's
if they do Mr. Negative, that's a way you could introduce Miles like they did in the first
right, like they
Spider-Man
did in the
movie.
game. Right, right.
Yeah.
I'd be cool with that. Like if you want to no, and that's the thing. I don't mind them doing Miles at all.
See, we gotta wait for the next casting to see,
Right,
because
right,
they said Lisa joined the cast, but they didn't specify what character yet. And these are just
right,
rumors that she might be Rio.
right. So we have no idea, guys, what this character is playing. But if it is Rio, more than likely we're gonna see Miles very, very soon.
And
Possibly in the next Spider-Man movie. Well,
yeah, and
I mean before Doomsday. Sorry.
I think in Spider-Man Brand New Day, Peter's supposed to be in college as well. So we're getting progression with Peter throughout the MCU, which is nice.
You know what's crazy? I just thought about this. Let me ask you, bro, because I want to hear your thoughts on this. What do you think Peter's mind state will be at the beginning of Brand New Day?
Oh,
What do you think
ooh.
his mind state is now?
And it is the first movie after Doomsday too.
Exactly. So it's like,
Mm.
where's his mind state gonna be? Old May
I
just got destroyed. Old May just got killed by the Goblin. You
see
know, like what we do.
if now that you brought that up, he might get the black suit before going into Secret War.
That's what I'm thinking too.
Just
Because if
because
he,
he might be in a state of shock or whatever it is, seeing,
yeah,
quote unquote, his mentor who really isn't his mentor, basically
yeah,
wrecking
and
shop.
nobody knows who Peter Parker is anymore. Like he's
Yeah,
gone.
exactly. It's like
You
that.
know,
It's like that image I sent you earlier about there's only like really four people that have a secret identity in the
right,
MCU.
right. So he is literally all alone. Ned and MJ are
Ooh.
like doing their own thing.
Just because I saw it in Spectacular Spider-Man, I would love to see Spider-Man and Moon Knight interact. Fries are
Wait, which
done.
Spider Man, my boy? Say it again.
Spectacular with Drake Bell as is it that one?
Oh yeah, yeah. He's Drake Bell.
Yeah, Drake Bell,
Oh,
and I
that played
remember
that played
the dude
Spectacular.
that played
That played.
yeah, and then the dude that was Batman Brave and the Bold, he plays Moon Knight. I always forget that actor's name.
I see. Oh, okay, 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 okay. Yeah, that would be dope. I would love to see that shit too. I would love to see that too.
Uh,
I'm surprised we didn't see Holland in the Spider Verse movie, the last one. I
eh.
was surprised we didn't
Oh,
see him.
uh, I would like never mind. I'm just that's for another time.
But nah,
Um, it it was more Spider-Man stuff, but I'll just save that for another time. We're
I'm not gonna
going
say that
through
for
these pretty
another
pretty
show. Okay.
rapidly.
I bet.
Um, Hawkeye season two. I forgot this was even happening, honestly.
I didn't know this was happening at all.
So Jeremy Renner speaks out on his MCU future. Um, so it is uncertain, though not entirely ruled out. He has expressed a desire to return to the role, but a significant salary dispute over potential Hawkeye season two has left the future of his character in limbo. Reports indicate while he's expressed willingness to do more, the situation remains unclear, says Renner. Uh, Hawkeye season two, Renner revealed that Disney offered him half of what he earned for Hawkeye season one,
That is
which is
crazy work.
insane. To return
Crazy.
for a second season, which he found unacceptable. He has since indicated that the situation is disheartening, but he's still open to returning to the role. It's crazy that they offered him half of what he earned for season one,
Half, bro.
and this man basically died. How are you gonna do that to this? And he's original OG Avenger.
That man been with us since Thor 1, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, and another thing, the
Yeah.
possibility of Trick Shot and a raid inspired season two of Hawkeye. Now, hearing that raid inspired season
Ooh.
two, I'm down. All right, we're gonna get rid of this. Go back to
Okay.
normal cameras. There we go.
Let me tell you
Back to
something,
our
bro.
beautiful faces.
Yes, 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 yes. Here's the thing, bro.
Mm.
I'm a little bit upset with that because yo Disney, like you got more
Yeah,
money than God, all right,
yeah,
and you gonna sit here and chip this man his money?
yeah.
You gonna offer this man half of what he did in Hawk? How?
No, yeah. That's honestly
That's
a
crazy to
disservice
me.
to him. That's
That's crazy to me.
that's a that's a slap in the face to me.
Yeah. And I didn't even know it was good enough to even get a season two. I ain't gonna hold. You.
I enjoyed it, but
Yeah, I mean I enjoyed it for what it was, but I was like, all right, this could be better. You know what I mean?
the idea of
Especially
a
like how they
raid,
did Kicker and stuff. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, true. But I do like the idea of a raid type of season.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Yo, I wonder if you're gonna go back to the Ronin suit though
Oh,
and do
I
that.
forgot about that.
That's gonna be crazy. Like, cause
I don't think so because the whole reason he did that was because he didn't have his family.
that's
Now
true.
he's got his family back after the blip, so
That's true. I'll
maybe
say this though.
I don't know if they could do something where he's a post credit scene where actually they actually offered him the money for the thing. Maybe they he shows up for that. I don't know, but
Yeah, that's
it
crazy.
is kind of messed up that they don't want to pay him.
Yeah, cause it's like how you and like you said, that man damn near died. So how you gonna have him come back? And that's a miracle this man has survived and healed and he's back to some
Yeah,
sort of
yeah.
normalcy. And he's able to do the stunts that he did before. He's physically able. And you're gonna pay him half? Like that's so disrespectful. And I think I read that report too, and I think I read a little bit more, and I think he said that I know it's not Marvel, because Marvel be treating me good. It's Disney. That
Yeah.
is really on them. So he's not really mad at Marvel
Uh,
per se. He's really mad at
okay.
Disney, and that's my thing. It's like, yo, Disney, y'all got more money than God. How y'all gonna sit here and chip this man for money? Y'all gonna sit here like how y'all gonna be cheap, bro? That's poppycock to me, bro. Yeah, but that's this man disrespectful. Who is man disrespectful? I,
Now I really don't know trick shot like that. Do you know who trick shot is?
I was gonna ask you that. I have no,
I
I have no
no
idea who
idea.
that is. I
No
have
idea
no
who trick
idea,
shot
bro.
is.
I have no clue. I have no clue who Hawkeye's Rogues Gallery is, even if he
Who
has
are
one.
you people?
I said, "Where's your Rogues Gallery, bro?" I said, "Bro, I don't have one. I be killing all of y'all. I don't got no Rogues Gallery." But I hope he's cool. I mean, is he like uh um homie from Daredevil? Is he like Bullseye?
Oh.
That'd be cool.
So, interesting.
Wow.
Charles Bernard Barney Barton is a Marvel Comics character and Clinton Barton's Hawkeye's older brother and antagonist. Interesting.
Oh, you know what? I did hear about him. Yeah, not in like story capacity, but I
See,
did hear something
I,
about him.
I see. I just found out today Clinton had a brother.
A brother. I mean, nobody knew he had a family till like age old. So
True, true.
it could be hiding that too. Like, yo, I had a whole brother the whole time, bro. He could have pulled you up. You know, when we was at the skate. You know, for the gym, could have helped him out. Could have been a sacrifice instead of Natasha, bro. Could have had that, bro. But it is what it is, though.
But I I like where those characters are at now, though, in their life right now in the MCU with
Oh man,
uh Clint
yeah.
and Yelena, as far as regarding that relationship with Scarlet Witch. I mean,
You know
not
what?
Scarlet Witch, Black Widow.
Yeah,
I said
actually,
I said Scarlet Witch because I wanted to say Scarlett Johansson, but
yeah,
I said
yeah,
Scarlet Witch.
yeah. Actually, I wanted to ask you something because I saw this post that said that Yelena is a better character than Scarlett Johansson. That
I remember you asked us that in
Black
the
Widow.
chat,
Yeah,
and then I said character yes, but as a person that's done more, no.
yeah. I feel like a Black Widow, Natasha. She's still like the MVP when it comes to that, though. But I do have to say, bro, like
Well,
Yelena
well,
has been killing it too.
Natasha. saved the world 3 times, and
Yeah,
then Yelena now once. So
which was
might might
that was
m-
pretty.
might be 2 or 3 times now, depending what happens in Doomsday and Secret War.
Yeah, because well, for those of you that don't know, through the end
Spoiler alert!
spoilers. We find out that at the end of Thunderbolts, it's been 14 months, almost a year, since they've been the new Avengers, right?
Yeah,
And things have gone down. So it
yeah,
depends
they're
on what
they're
she does.
fighting they're fighting with Sam for basically naming
Copyright.
rights of Avengers. Which, by the way, whoever's doing the marketing on that is excellent job.
Genius. Genius. Red, you
Um,
know what? It's probably Red Guardian, bro. Probably did this, bro. He's
I
probably
feel
did.
like Jeremy might be in Secret Wars because I
Ooh.
Doomsday might be dealing with our new Avengers
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
fighting Doom, and then somehow the X-Men are involved, and then once we go into Secret Wars, we get everybody else that was left out.
right. See, and I want to save this for another topic. I'm not going to talk about it now. I want to save it for another topic because I think this is that important. Who is going to be on Sam's Avengers team, bro?
Yeah, true.
That's the biggest
And
question for me.
I was watching Christian show last week, and
Yeah,
we got two Avengers basically, Yelena's team and then Sam's team.
right.
What if they just come together and they're the East Coast Avengers, and
That would be super
then
dope.
we
Oh my.
go to the West Coast and we have Shang Chi and whoever's going to be over there.
Yeah, because you got all these characters you still haven't really developed yet. I mean, I haven't seen Shang-Chi since 2021.
And that's why I think that was a good idea for the Real Rejects to do that video I sent you about
Yeah, I saw it
MCU
too.
post
Yeah,
credits that never went anywhere. And there's
yeah.
Shang Chi. It's funny because I think they're gonna tie in Kang with the Ten Rings and Miss Marvel's um amulet, not amulet,
Oh, the bands.
the bands. Yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I
yeah.
feel like they were gonna tie that together, but
Yeah, but
with
I
what
think that
happened
had to do
with
with Kang at one
yeah,
point.
with what
But
happened with Majors, they rewrote
yes,
everything.
that's
But
that's that's it. But you know what's crazy? They could have used the 10 rings and had them be the new hand.
true.
They could have been
Well,
the hand, bro.
yeah, yeah.
Not exactly the hand, but it could have been like the better version of the hand. They could have definitely did that, bro. Like I don't know, man. But again, that was different regimes.
Yeah.
So we got a new regime now, or the old regime back. So they like going back to business at this point.
I do hope Renner comes back in a. I don't know if they're gonna have another season of Hawkeye because they did say after Vision, I guess we could kind of talk about this as well.
Yeah.
After Vision Quest, they're gonna stop having movie characters in TV shows. So
Oh yeah. Oh shoot, I forgot about that.
so Renner might not be in a TV show again. It might be,
In the
mm,
movies.
yeah, or maybe he retires because he's got his family. Who knows?
Right. Right. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I kind of want them to still continue the shows just because it gives you time for to develop certain characters. Like
Yeah,
for example, Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And I literally thought about this too the other day. I think the problem with people, some of it is a racial thing. It really is a racial thing. Some of it, but some of it also comes from reason why people don't like Sam being Cap is because we haven't really got used to him being Cap yet.
yeah.
Because we only saw him one. You only saw him in the show really being Cap, and that was like towards the end of the show. And mind you, this show came out in 2021, so it's been like 5 years since Brave New World came out.
Eh, well, no, you mean Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Huh? No,
You said
no. I mean after. I'm sorry. I mean after the show. I mean, we never really seen Sam. We never heard of him. We never like hear like an end credit with him. We never hear him in the background. Like it's we never hear anything from him throughout
eh,
any of the movies during 2021 to 2025. We never heard anything from him.
it's funny because after Thunderbolts or New Avengers, whatever you want to call it now, Um, I like because there's been reels of U.S. agent popping up on my reels about the expectation of being Captain America, and we got more character development from U.S. agent John Walker than
Exactly,
being Captain America than Sam.
exactly, exactly. We saw him in the show, and then now we're getting him here too. Um, but it's just it. I feel like when you're Captain America, you got to show up at some point between these movies, whether it be like hearing it on the radio, Cap and Falcon, bust this arm deal or whatever it is, and we never get no mention of that. So it's like we never really see Sam really be Captain
Yeah,
America, but twice,
it's funny because they could have mentioned something like that in Thunderbolts about
and that's what I'm saying.
Sam stopping,
Oh,
Thunderbolt Ross.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And that's the thing. Oh, and they mentioned the Red Hulk. They mentioned that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they didn't mention it was Cap that stopped him. They don't mention that, and that's the problem. They only mention him in the end credits,
Hmm.
and I feel like
And
that's the problem.
it. Speaking of end credits, I know we're a little off topic with the Jeremy Renner stuff, but that was, if you guys don't know by now, that was directed by the Russo brothers, and I feel like
Oh,
that scene in particular might be in the beginning of Doomsday.
that would be dope. That would be dope. And we were having theories about who was on that ship.
And that's how you could get Avengers versus Fantastic Four and a little ooh, nerd battle, ooh,
Yeah,
nerdgasm.
cause you know Johnny gonna be hitting first, bro.
Oh yeah.
That's you know what I'm saying. Like him and thing, they gonna be just hitting first, ask questions second, bro. They
Now,
not. Yeah,
since they're gonna, quote unquote, have characters from the movies not have their own TV shows, can they still pop in as a, you know, not a cameo, but like have like a scene with a character? Is that still an option, or is just like strictly a character from the movies can't have a TV show? Like, I need to know.
yeah. I need to know that too, cause like I said, I just feel like the Disney shows did serve a purpose. It was just done the wrong way. Like if you just used it to focus on certain characters and to build their characters until they get to the movies, I feel like that would be dope. Like for
And
example, yeah, sorry.
no, no, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
Like for example, Agatha all along. Now we got Wyken now. Spoiler alert. We got Wyken now, and he's gonna be in Doomsday. I mean, no, I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Well, and
Secret Wars.
Secret Wars.
So we familiar with this character already. And we saw him in WandaVision, but we evolved into Wyken. So I think it does serve a purpose. It's just Marvel was doing it going about it the wrong way before.
Trying to do too much with in too little time, honestly.
Yeah, it was just like I was just trying to just put out everything, especially during the COVID era. You know,
That's why it feels like this year so far it hasn't, with minus Brave New World, like we said before, it wasn't the greatest, wasn't the worst. It was an okay movie. Daredevil, you know, I we enjoyed it.
yeah, we
That
enjoyed it a lot, but people like
the
much.
yeah, like the ending was set up for the following season,
Right,
which I wasn't a fan of, but in hindsight,
right.
this was probably something that was planned from the beginning, and maybe was part from the cut episodes that were, it was originally 18, cut down to 9, if I remember right.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, so that's
Yeah.
why like I can't really be but so judgmental
And
about it.
with Thunderbolts slash New Avengers, I feel like they're on the up right now. Now the question is, what's gonna happen with Ironheart? And
Ooh, that's a good.
me personally, I'm excited for Fantastic
Mm.
Four after New Avengers Thunderbolts.
And it's crazy too because I've seen some comments on that too, and a lot of people not excited about Ironheart.
And they haven't started promoting it. It's we're almost
Well, in
halfway
June, right?
through. Yeah, I believe so. We're
Yeah,
almost halfway through May, and nothing has come out for that yet.
and I feel like, but you know what? They did that for Daredevil too.
Let me double check if it comes out.
Yeah, but I remember they did that for Daredevil too, because they didn't show anything for a minute for Daredevil until like that last month. Then they started doing the trailers and stuff. So they might do it for this too. I'm not 100% sure.
Yes, guys, as you hear, Ty is having a party in the back. So
Yes,
it
yes.
says
Uh,
June 24th, 2025. So yeah, we're almost a month away.
oh, June 4th.
24th.
24. Oh yeah, so they got yeah. So like I said, they did that with Daredevil too. Like they waited till the last month to just do mad promotion. So they might do
W-
it for this too.
We we might react to the trailer when it comes out. Who knows?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Who knows if
Especially
Mephisto's in it?
I was say yeah, especially if Mephisto was in it, bro. We got to react to that because I don't know. It's kind of crazy. That's the show he pops up in.
Yeah.
I could have sworn it was either WandaVision or Agatha all along. It's just kind of weird that he shows up in Ironheart. It's kind of weird, bro. I don't know. But I did hear that Robert Downey gave her a thumbs up or something on a post or something.
Oh,
Came to
really?
Ironheart, something like that. Something
I
like
didn't.
that.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, yeah, it was something like that. And yeah, and that's kind of what I'm worried about because I already see a lot of dudes already like just like yo get this out of here, bro. Like what? Get this out of here. Nobody wants this. So I don't know, man. I don't know because she didn't really have a strong debut in Wakanda too, in Wakanda Forever. She really didn't though.
Yeah.
And,
I thought she was okay.
yeah, I did too. I did too. I did too. But that suit did not do her no favor.
Yeah.
That suit did not do that. And this is somebody that actually liked the suit, honestly. But you know, not a lot of and people didn't like that suit. So I'm like, whatever. But yeah, man,
Do you
crazy.
want to save the other stuff for tomorrow when we actually have light skin?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. So nothing else to talk about.
Nah, bro, I'm good. It's we it. That's it, y'all. We done.
Um, what do we got coming out? I know you still got to do the Devil May Cry,
Yeah, Supernatural definitely coming out soon.
Supernatural.
I'm almost done with that.
We are
Yeah,
gonna
One Piece
start.
is coming. Yep.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. One Piece. We're gonna be recording that tomorrow. Oh no, no.
No, no,
Recap
it's this
episode
the thing. Yeah,
tomorrow.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
I
we
forgot
can't do
about
that,
that.
y'all. Sorry about that. So
We are gonna do One Piece discussion something. Uh,
Monday.
yeah, on Monday. We are gonna start the league, like I said. Old boy, some point when sometime this month. Who knows when.
Yeah.
Scheduling is a little difficult with everybody here.
Yeah, life is life right now. So you know what I'm saying?
Uh, Possible more video game streams. I just gotta figure out what to stream as far as what you guys want to see. Especially
Yeah.
with me and Light Skin playing against each other. That's usually a lot of fun.
Yes, 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 yes. I gotta do
uh,
Batman too because I think they said that they wanted me to
oh
do.
yeah, that's right. You were also
Yeah.
doing the first season of Superman and Lois, so keep a lookout for
Oh
that.
yeah, yeah. So that's up, guys.
Fries are done. Anyways, leave a like on this, comment. I know you guys comment on this usually later on when it drops. Thank you guys for the support. We hit 360. We're trying to hit
Yo, for real,
a
thank you
thousand.
guys. We really love
I
y'all,
think
man.
it's
Thank
possible
you
we can
so
hit a
much.
thousand. There's just spurts of sudden random subscribers. It's out of nowhere. We love it.
Well, we yeah, exactly. This is cool, man. That's what
Oh,
we trying to get to that thousand, bro. Cause
Severance, we didn't forget either. That's
oh yeah,
something.
yeah, yeah. Oh, I forgot about that. Okay,
And
yeah,
and it's getting good,
yeah.
boy.
Wee. I don't know, son. PD. You know what? I can't say it's full.
Should we? We'll talk about it off screen. Anyways,
I bet.
leave a like, comment, subscribe, and then we'll see you guys on the next one.